All right? You give your money to the good candidates. And you go to that meeting and you're a delegate to the county convention. About a month later, you go to the county convention and you spend about, maybe 2 or 3 hours there. And again, you become a delegate to the state convention. Now you get to vote on your county leadership, and I hope that you people will band together. I hope we can band you together and you take over that county park. Or if they're good people, we'll tell you they're good people. They're good, solid Trump senators. So you leave it there and you help them. You go to the county convention and we got a guy that's going to run, and I can't out him yet, but you're going to love him. He's going to run for the GOP. We're going to have a good, solid person backing him up. But when we get there, we're going to own the other parties. They're going to be Trump-supporting people, not rhinos. Now, that 1 hour for the precinct meeting, that 2 or 3 hours for the county meeting, you're going to spend half a day or 3/4 a day at the convention. It ain't fun. They do everything they can do to chase you out of there. It's boring. But if you do this, we take over the GOP, we can enforce our branding. And we can back our president. Trump is going to win this. He's going to win it to Supreme Court. And when he does, we've got to get there to force his agenda through. I don't know what else to say. I'm 62 years old. I've lived through this country. I've never seen an election like this. I've never seen an act of theft like this. All I can tell you is
but only on TV.
Trump. God gave us Trump 4 years ago.
In the movies.
Yeah, and we're living it now.
He's trying to get us ready.
I mean, I've read about stuff like this in my G14 classified training too. Usually we just do it to other countries.
We can make this happen, guys.
Not to our own.
Yeah. Well, Operation Mockingbird is a thing.
Get your phone, send me a blank email, we'll get you on there. We got people with email clipboards out here. We need your zip code so we know what county
still
you live
wanna
in, so
know
we can
about
get you
this.
fed into the system.
What's that?
My mother's been dead for 9 years, and that came from
At
them.
one point, we owned it.
So she voted?
Sold us out. This time,
Well,
sold us out.
Although I went down to the election board, and they said no, she wasn't on the roll. But why are my reps sending out my dead mother?
Why are they sending her some voter registration?
And what's more sad is the
Faith and Freedom Coalition.
It doesn't matter what party you're in. Fraud's fraud.
Exactly.
And this needs to stop. Nobody will answer me on this. None of them. I've written, emailed them, called, left messages. So I saw that Langford said, yesterday or day before, said to Trump that if he had evidence of such fraud going on to show it. Well, here, Langford, they're giving that to you. How come you're not showing it? How did you get this list? Did you rely on them? Where did they acquire it? Somebody needs to be held accountable.
Scandalous. Shameful.
Brian, come take this thing over.
Where's Hobby Hobbs? He's not. Oh, I didn't realize he was wearing the hat, the goofy hat. Hey, I believe in uniform standards.
Thank you for that, Ms. Hyde. Okay, Mr. Brown, if you'd like to come up and lead us in the national anthem. Still out there?
It'd be nice if old Kevin West was only halfway here.
I wished I'm going to confront him. I have written to
I'm glad I missed it.
Yeah, he had to go to, he said he had family, get back on his family.
Well, he's standing right over there.
The rep.
I'm thinking the sheriff.
Yeah, Kevin, Representative West.
Oh, no.
Good.
Mr. Gun Right Sellout.
Well, I'm fixing to get him.
Whatever Don tells him to do.
Yeah, we need to talk about them, how they turn those bills into bad. We
Yeah.
don't want that shit.
And we got Representative McDougal up there that votes on these things without reading
Oh
them.
my God, yeah.
I mean, he's a fine Marine and all, and I heart the guy. America.
Well done.
Oh, look, it's Stiegel. Yeah, well, he can be 75% of the here. If Don tells me it's good, it's good. I don't care what it says. How dare you talk to your own representative about stuff?
Well, I hate to tell him that, but I got out the Mason's manual and went studying with Chris and them, and yeah, legislators have to answer, we the people, and they're fixing to get bombarded with
All right, next up we have Cody Barrett. He's the vice chair of Murray County GOP. He's going to speak to us for a few minutes. Come on up here, Cody.
Well, alrighty then. I'm gonna go stretch my legs for a minute. You know, take a lap. Hey, you. Living the dream.
How's everybody doing? Fox News has already declared Joe Biden the winner.
My president!
Fox News sucks! Alright, even CNN hadn't even done it or given Arizona to Trump yet, so what does that tell you?
Nation of sheep results in a government of wolves. So true.
This rally, I did not know about it until my chairman of the GOP party in Murray County told me yesterday. Now, the only other way before that I knew about this rally is because of Infowars.com. Yes.
War!
So, this is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to try to go doom and gloom here very much. And I'm not trying to go too long. A little bit about myself, real quick. My name's Cody Parrott. I'm 31 years old. I'm probably one of the few millennials who are a Trump supporter. I started a independent Baptist church in Ardmore called Citizens of the Kingdom because a lot of the churches in the United States have dropped the ball on this situation right here. If the pastor is not going to warn the congregation from a biblical standpoint of what is taking place now, the Constitution was built on biblical principles, and if we are not going to support it in the church, we cannot rely on the local church.
Amen.
All the pastors who refuse to
Howdy,
stand
stranger.
behind the pulpit and wax political, get rid of them. Pastors that refuse to tell you the truth, find a new church.
Hey,
That's right.
I see Moto the criminal over there.
And on the defense of the Bible, I wrote a book called God's Word
I want to
Preserved.
get up and
dropped
speak, but
July
I can't right
22nd.
now.
It's on
I got someone
Amazon.com.
to speak for me, so he's going to go up there and
So,
Good stuff.
pastors who
Yeah.
refuse to stand up for Donald Trump
about ice.
are wolves in sheep's
Ice,
clothing.
ice, baby.
Ice, baby.
Also,
I love ice in my dog.
Everyone should cooperate with
Well, I'm
them.
up
All
here.
law enforcement
Yes.
should enforce all laws.
Yeah, vet the people.
they're already
They're
trying
good
to
to go,
steal this
or
election.
they're not.
Been doing it. They shut it down so that they could rig the votes.
And maybe they can get people out of the jail quicker.
They stole
That
Arizona.
48-hour
They
detainer
hadn't been
will
called.
be squashed in 2 hours if they're legal.
They're trying to steal Pennsylvania.
I'm all right with that.
Could be.
They stole Wisconsin. They stole Michigan. Trump should have won in the landslide on election night. So all you Biden supporters.
Yeah, I saw him. I'll talk to Goldie instead.
This is what's going to happen if Biden is
His wife.
inaugurated January 20th. Mark my
We see eye to eye on more things.
Oh, okay. I'm going to let him know about my status.
That's
Tell
good.
him it's looking good for his bills. Which the bills are not the best
Well, that's
because they come with some baggage.
and they should be opposed. Absolutely.
They're coming
Period.
after your
That's the
guns.
problem with them, yeah. So
he goes along with those who give away too much.
State level and federal,
Now that the
you'll be
DA has
arrested.
refused to do anything with me,
You'll be
maybe
tried
he'll
for
be more
treason.
comfortable to open
Every
the bill up.
supporter of
Should
Trump
you be saying that while I'm live?
below that will be
I'm talking to
treated
you.
the
I'm
same
not-
way.
I'm not
You'll be
live.
ostracized
Okay.
from
I
society.
can't be like myself.
What they're
Okay,
going
got
I
to
am
do
not.
is turn the United States into communist China.
There's a prohibition on me
The
posting
communist
things.
Chinese government
I'm not
will
posting
rule the
nothing.
United States through the Democrat Party, through Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
From all of the Ugandan
But
nightmares.
this is what us patriots can do.
Yeah, it's a shame
Number
about
one thing
that
is
diabetes
fight
and
for
losing the foot.
Trump. That by January 20th, he is president of the United States, legally. He is legally the president. But the next phase is if Biden gets in, use the Second Amendment for what the Constitution was written for. That's the next step. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Up next, we have
Hey, stranger,
Hey, how are you?
living the dream.
all right, we've got a patriotic American. If you don't know her already, her name's Carol Hefner. She's
Carol.
a great activist for the state, and without further ado, I'll let her have the mic.
That's perfect. You know what's funny is I stood on these steps about 12 years ago speaking to the Tea Party. Thank you. And it was an incredible day and really kind of set me on a path to understand what it's going to take to make America great. And it starts right here with the grassroots. It starts right here with each and every one of you and us keeping it unified. The problem with our party is we have always factioned off. It is time for us to be one solid, unified red party for America, taking this state, which is the center of the universe for this nation.
downtown
An
movement around the world?
Oklahoma Patriots, the situation
You
that we as
have?
Americans
No,
find
I'm not even
ourselves in
looking
is
for 'em. I don't
atrocious.
care.
By our
thought
complacency,
it'd be
we have
funny to
allowed
watch
the
'em.
wolves to enter
Yeah.
our sacred home.
Hey, we're
This
standing on the
nation
front
is at a
lawn of the
crossroads,
people's
and there
house.
is
Why
no
not?
turning
We're on the
back.
porch.
We must
They can
rise
be here.
up boldly as we are right now. Never back down. Our President Donald J. Trump has been a champion of the people, placing American patriotism and freedom above all. While the filthy criminal element led by Beijing Biden bumbles his way around the U.S., ready to take us
Beijing
deeper to the
Biden.
abyss, we have to say this fight is not over. President Trump values our Constitution, our life, our liberty, and our pursuit of happiness, no matter who we are or where we live across this vast nation. He is the most exceptional man of strength and perseverance, despite the despicable attacks he has suffered since before he even took office. These attacks have been orchestrated and vicious, whether from the fake news, which is still operating today and proclaiming a victory for Biden. Guys, this fight's not over. Arizona is moving right now into the Trump territory. Not only that, we have got lawsuits in other states which have yet to be decided and will be before the Supreme Court. Make no mistake, think about 2000. Who did they proclaim the winner in 2000? Al Gore. How many days later did that flip? 37. Keep that in mind, people. The fake news leading it, the liberal machine, the cooperation, they
That is an awesome truck.
Undermine the success of our nation. Why? Corrupt, pure and simple. I believe God has used President Trump mightily to bring villains to light. It's like garlic to vampires. President Trump has caused them to thrash out of fear of exposure, and it's going to hurt them big time, guys. When this all comes to light, we're not taking down the Democrats and the liberals. We're taking down the media.
What's going on, fellow American?
How's it going?
Not bad, living the dream.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you been?
Man, we've had better days.
That's the truth right about now.
Yeah, it is.
Corruption has been coordinated for decades, and in current times we see the Bush family set the stage for the Clintons, the Kerrys, the Obamas,
You good?
and now the Bidens, who continue to profit greatly at the expense of the American people. Disgusting lust for power and money involving money laundering, the drug trade, human trafficking, international cartel syndicate businesses, and illegal activities have compromised our nation for the benefit of these filthy criminal personal ambitions.
They call that
Connie.
Everybody. They've been protected by the criminal
Well, you know what to do.
by the Bloombergs. President Trump deserves every ounce of our support. Prayer is the greatest at this moment. But we can also give to his legal fund and encourage our legislators. I am giving $20. I can be more. But if everybody here gives $20 and encourages everybody else you know to give $20 to President Trump's legal funds, it will go so far in protecting this nation. You will see the fruit of that. To hate Donald Trump like our city's mayor, David de Blasio holds.
I knew I'd see you here.
Well, you know, better late than never.
Better late than never.
How you doing?
Good, Adrian.
Holton and his staff. They have
Been in Facebook jail for 2 weeks, so.
I go into self-imposed exile a lot these days.
Yeah, right after I sent you that message, I got put in jail.
There are too many with an R.
Info fascists, man.
I know.
Tagline.
Who authored 3010? Is it Jay Stiegel?
No,
Kevin
Gann.
Gann.
Tom Gann.
Oh, he's not here.
Tom Gann is the legislature.
Well, it's the
We have to do it with class and with dignity and with proper words. Please try to keep it clean because they like to use us against ourselves. Make sure that you craft your narratives properly.
Yeah. We've been doing it ever since Bush Sr. said we'll be a kinder, gentler nation, and ever since then we've done nothing but the pussies.
Our state and our nation. Let's form a
Tim, don't forget about the best part of 3010.
About the
Banning open carry at events on public property just by saying so.
Yeah, it'll make your open carry on so it preempts our state advantage. And our legislators to oppose it are standing right up there.
Well, legislators we hope will oppose it.
Yes.
They all voted for it last time in under 3 minutes.
Yeah, under 3 minutes they said, yeah, we're good with it.
So,
there's a lot of stuff that we don't pay attention to what's being passed. We're slowly losing our freedom.
We will prevail.
We can no longer open carry at the Cicero Park or any other public press park. They took that from us.
Or the zoo. Hey, don't forget 2547 would allow municipalities to designate anything they own as a firearms prohibited location.
Yes, 2547, any city property.
Moto Adam Motozed
area. Yep, it's coming up, man.
Yep.
We got to watch these laws. They'll give you something, but take a lot away.
Oh, yeah. I've got great news for you. Great news. Donald J. Trump is still your president.
And you're breaking the law.
Yeah, he is. Mexican carry.
Well,
it's a holster.
He is carrying without a holster.
For 20 years, but they wouldn't possibly weaponize the intelligence services of this government against a private citizen, but you were wrong, okay? And I also know what you thought. You thought they were going to lead a hard coup for 4 years, and then they were going to play fair on election day. I know that's what you thought, but you were wrong. I also know you thought you were going to get to sit at home and retweet the president, and that would save the country. But you were also wrong, okay, guys? We have got to get out in the streets and save this country like the 3 percenters and founding fathers that came before us. It's time. You're here. There have been peoples and nations in history who did not have to do things like this, and people who did not have to do this at times where this was not necessary, but we are not those people, and these are not those times. Thank you, guys.
Bye, Moto. Hope you don't go to jail today.
It won't be today.
No, it won't be today. They'll give them the knock later.
Yeah.
Have we seen any trooper types around?
No, I've not seen anybody.
No friends on top of the building?
Friends over watching. I guess they figured out that it's okay for people to carry guns in public.
Yeah. It was okay before.
Yeah. They just weren't comfortable with it. They had to get comfortable with it.
Why
are we going back there again?
The most famous AR-15 booty combination in America.
That's right, Leslie.
It's always
Wherever
great
she,
to follow
right up
Moto.
there.
He's so motivated.
She needs to.
All right, everybody, I get to talk about censorship.
Yeah. Even though she didn't take it.
She needs a
copyright her
I am
ass.
a very dangerous person. I was outed on the Lost Ogle as a dangerous person for talking about the potential of a civil war.
Yeah. Well, we haven't had one yet.
That the Democrats have been talking about that for a while.
Well, it's a Cold War that's been going on. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's in the Cold War status.
Yeah, and they was started.
Yeah. Well, my point is that technically there has yet to be an actual civil war between in the area between Mexico and Canada.
I went to do my Facebook
If you want to be technical about it.
Celebration, and guess
What
what
about in
happened?
1775?
It said that I was posting dangerous content.
Is that a civil war?
And therefore
Indeed, it was
I was being censored.
No, it was more akin to the French Revolution. I mean, the colonists had no desire to overthrow the King of England and run that government.
It is that we
They just
are
wanted
going
to
to
leave it
be
alone.
censored.
Yeah.
All right? So, what I'm going to tell you to do is please join the alternative platforms like Parler, like MeWe. I am on there. If you look for me, you can find me by Me, Myself, and Liberty or Leslie Nesmith.
Where less is more.
So you can find me there. And also, keep in mind, Google is not our friend.
No.
When you are looking up what next gun you want to purchase or where you can buy ammo, don't do that on Google. Use an alternative service like DuckDuckGo, for instance. Okay? I want to encourage all of you to go to my page. I've started a list of these alternative services that we can use. Please add them there. If you are a local patriot who does a podcast or a show like I do, please go onto my page and post it. Because our local media, do we have any local media here?
25's here.
Honest local media here?
Oh, no.
Okay, our local media has taken the path straight to the toilet, okay? We need to start holding them accountable. They are now the purveyors of fake news here in Oklahoma.
Regulate them!
So the best thing that we can do is support our local podcasters, our shows, the Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite, Red River TV. These are local people here who are going to tell you the truth. We've got to stay in front of our fellow patriots, and we've got to keep the word out there. The media is going to be doing some hardcore silencing in the next few weeks. Now, today, yesterday, weeks ago, months ago. It's going to get worse, okay? We've got to get the word out there. They're going to make us sound like we're crazy conspiracy theorists.
I was purged from Facebook in October 2018 because I ran Overpasses for America and held over 11,000 protests against Obama across the country. It's not just beginning.
No, it's not just beginning. All right, so I do have some good news for you. So if you're a believer, then you know that God is still on the throne. But please refrain from saying things
things like this. Let's just let Biden have the presidency. Let's not do that. God is on the throne, but he's calling for each and every person here to do your part.
You know it.
We cannot be complacent. And we need to come together as a party, as conservatives, as Republicans, as anyone who supports our president, and we've got to get behind him and we've got to be vocal
See you, fellow
about it,
Americans.
okay? Buy your guns and ammo now.
Going to Cops Gun Shop after this.
Quick announcement. President Trump is pulling ahead in Arizona.
Hey, I know a couple of those people.
By the media again. And with the lawsuits in
What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Pennsylvania, and soon to come Georgia.
I want to clone you. We need more of you.
We may see all of this roll back very quickly, which is going to be beautiful.
Or you too, though. You say so.
I'm going to turn it over.
I wonder where our elected officials are.
The local businesses.
Well, there's
a lot of us
some of them
own
there.
local businesses.
Yeah.
A few that shouldn't really be here today.
There's a few that really should.
Yeah.
Especially our newly elected. Just saying. My opinion.
Yeah, we should. Why aren't we having a vice storm here right now?
I agree.
Be myself in liberty.
I personally agree.
Check me out there, okay? All right, thank you guys. Who's next?
You ought to head to Philadelphia.
You see any federal senators or anybody federal?
Oh, here?
I
No.
don't either.
No. Well, I mean, as far as senators goes, I'd only want to see Inhofe. Mr. Juneteenth can stay the hell away.
Yeah. 2022 is going to be very important in Oklahoma.
This must be Kevin West coming up.
A guy by the name of Kevin West. Come up here.
Told you. Good thing they didn't invite Todd Gann to be here. Who wants to ban firearms on public property and use tax money to do it?
Yeah.
Let's vote for that in under 3 minutes. I'm Representative Gann.
Yeah.
Because it is so important that we stand back for the process.
Turn your mic up!
Sparky.
Exactly right.
Gun-toting Sparky.
Constitutional carry on the House floor. I was very proud to do that. I will tell you that I stood on the shoulders of some great men that have served in this building. Jeff Cooney, John Bennett, that you'll be hearing from later. And I want to.
Where's Bobby Cleveland when we need him?
I don't know. I don't see him here.
They've been telling us ever since this election process started that Donald Trump did not have a single chance to win this presidency. We saw on election night that Americans support the president.
It was lovely to see you.
We've also been told that it's perfectly normal for it to take up to weeks before we know who the president is.
Nope.
Well, some states are counting using the latest in abacus technology.
They are.
States not known for their Asian populations at that.
It's crazy. You see, McGirt got convicted federally. The actual inmate was convicted federally.
It should never have come to that. Our law enforcement should have just gone in and got him and taken care of business. Period. Send in the National Guard if you need to.
I think he gets sentenced in February.
Shouldn't take that long to execute somebody. Well, you know, his fellow inmates will take care of business most likely.
Probably will. Raping babies.
If you ask me, though, his crime wasn't as bad as what those Supreme Court justices did in the aftermath.
Freeing up the country or taking back.
Giving away our dirt.
Away our dirt.
Far, far worse.
Yes.
Oops, excuse me.
Well, would
Sorry,
you
Fred.
say that the federal government dropped the ball and didn't nullify that treaty? The treaty still stood, and that's why the SCOTUS ruled that way?
Everybody without a CDIB card needs to be rounded up by the federal government, and they need to pack their shit and go. They need to move.
Yeah, if they want that sovereign nation status.
Either way, they need to go. If that's the res, that's the res. Get off it. You're not supposed to be there. Pack up and go. It needs to be a reshuffling of population, just like when India and Pakistan gained independence.
Okay, next up, we have a former legislator. I like to call him Dr. No.
All right.
Living the dream.
What do you think about like my ex-wife? She was born in France to an American citizen and a French lady.
Okay.
She was born on an Air Force base.
Okay.
So she got American citizenship and French citizenship.
Okay, well,
dual citizenship.
Well, that's up to France, and yay, America was borrowing the dirt. Still not eligible to be president, and if she wants to run for any office in America or be issued or be granted security clearance, she should be required to renounce any other citizenship other than the U.S.
I think she actually had done that.
Yeah.
But yes.
I went through a number of people in submarine school where they were dual citizens, and the Navy said, all right, make a choice. You want to stay in the Navy or you want to drop your citizenship? Because you're not going on a submarine.
Yeah.
You know, there's no room for feelers or morality when it comes to America first.
Yeah.
Compared to other states, it's magnificent. But it's not because the people that put it together wanted to do it. That was no difference.
Some places like the Philippines, they're allowed to serve in the Navy, but they
had a contract.
They're limited as to what they can do. Be a cook or something.
Well, formerly, you know, that was the stereotype. They can do anything they want now, you know, as long as they meet the requirements and they don't have the dual citizenship. Because now everybody in the military, DOD-wide, has to have it as a minimum of secret clearance.
And in order to get out of the jam and not become public, what happened is they gave.
But hey, Philippines is still the only place outside of U.S. territory where there's a VA hospital.
Oh yeah.
In Manila.
Nevertheless, without voter rolls, they started computerizing.
I think they're recognizing their assistance in World War II. But all those people that assisted us could be dying off by now.
Well, during World War II, it was American dirt. Not until July 4th, 1946. The Treaty of Manila granted them true, actual independence and sovereignty. And just prior to the Treaty of Manila, a law was passed that up until that point, Asians and Native Americans specifically were excluded from naturalization. Could not become American citizens.
Just because of their race.
You know, only those of the white or African race were eligible for naturalization until 1946.
I didn't know that. A lot of natives joined the military, and like the code talkers, brought their very unique skills that no one in the world had to help us win a war.
Prior to 1924, 14th Amendment, birthright citizenship didn't apply to all natives. Between that period, they were considered to be not under the jurisdiction thereof. They were thought to fall under the jurisdiction of their native nations. #sovereignty. But once the Snyder Act went into effect and forced and imposed citizenship upon them, done deal.
Mike Morgan defeated him by 26 votes. We had 38 votes, we discovered. people voted illegally. The judge in, I believe it was Shawnee, the judge said, I'm not going to be the first case in the United States to rule against duplicate registration. It would have happened in 1996 if that judge done the right thing, but they're still not doing it. So they can claim, what fraud? There's no fraud. Of course there's fraud. If you can't
Peanut butter boys are here.
If the bank is broken into,
Those who are proud.
Yep.
there's fraud.
Pride runs deep in there.
So I hear. So I hear.
After Mike Morgan,
You know, I will say two things. One, they have a point, but on the other hand, Gandhi was right. When asked, what do you think about Western civilization? He said, I think it would be a good idea.
Yeah. Didn't recognize it so much.
I think there's a front page story.
Well, civilization does not imply being civilized.
The solution that the head of the Oklahoma Election Board was,
Were the 5 civilized tribes civil to each other? At some points they were not.
Well, that had nothing to do with why they were called civilized. They were called civilized because they engaged in slavery.
And had a language.
And, yeah, well, they all communicated with one another, whether it was written down or not, was beside the point. But, you know, I was just pointing out to somebody that if you are a tribal native sovereignty absolutist the way I am, slavery is a non-issue. They want to have whatever kind of slaves they want. That's their business. You know, that's why I think you should be able to go to the casino and encounter an ATF vending machine. They should have vending machines that sell alcohol, tobacco, firearms, drugs, and candy bars 24/7.
And explosives.
And explosives 24/7, except for the second Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
Because that's what they feel like doing.
All of their local taxes would be defeated. So if they're going to sit out the mail-out ballots for one,
Well, they got rid of that
they should
page
sit out
quick.
mail-out ballots all, and they ought to be verified.
I don't know if they've got
Absolutely verified. This morning, I looked at
restroom
my
around
records,
here,
I
or can
found
I go inside use it?
2,642 duplicately
They should let you
registered
inside.
voters in Oklahoma.
Let's see if they will.
Oklahoma.
Said at the time.
I mean, you know, just tell them you've been occupying the steps.
Yep.
Pull a Jehaven on them.
And they can vote in all 10 of them. The officials at the election board, which was democratically controlled 2 years ago, we had a race for state treasurer. Owen Laughlin filed an appeal because I found that one of the candidates for state treasurer was registered in Oklahoma and Wisconsin both. And they wouldn't disqualify him because they said, well, we don't really know what the registration requirement is in Wisconsin. That's going on in Oklahoma. That's insanity.
Why should that matter?
A couple other things and I'll get off.
I'll do that in public, sir. Get off.
Many other things I can talk
Get
about.
off of what?
Dirty
The only
Jets.
person
How
I've
you
ever
doing, buddy?
found ironic,
Oh, I'm living the dream, enjoying this sunshine and fresh air.
whose first name is Mrs.
How are you doing?
Mrs. Jean Stipe. Imagine that. I'm sure that was her legal first name.
Tea party sign up?
Gotcha.
Last of all, I participated in what is famously called PhoneGate. And that's where we made phone calls for various candidates for office. I wasn't an elected official then, that was a long time ago. I sat there and listened to Democrat officials talk about money that came from the Chinese communists into Oklahoma. Given, in order to hide it, it was given to candidates for office. Democratic candidates who then had to donate it to a particular man running for Congress.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I turned that over to the FBI. That was many years ago. It's been going on for years. It's got to be cleaned up. The problem we have, folks, is it's pretty clean in Oklahoma. We're going to win Oklahoma. It's very difficult without federal pressure to clean up. Pennsylvania, or these other states that are controlled by immigrants, their attorney generals will be far more crooked than our ex-attorney generals. So
what do you think about this blockchain watermarking rumor?
It's horseshit. Pardon my French.
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist? Didn't happen? Isn't a thing?
No, because the federal government has no control over state ballots.
Make your plans to go to Georgia, Nevada,
Price pipe dream.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say, well, that's a bummer.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, more people need to just admit that Amendment 14 negates Amendment 10. Can't have equal treatment for the law if the laws are different.
Next up, we've got another constitutional
The only one I really
author here.
care about is the one that took away, that gave
Representative Sean
voting rights
Roberts,
to those who don't.
and I'll turn it over to him.
Did what to who?
They gave voting rights to everyone, not just landowners.
That's the first sentence of the 14th.
Yeah, then we need to get rid of that.
We absolutely do. You know, I've been saying for years we need to make naturalization and/or federal service the only means of achieving citizenship. Now, otherwise, we face the problems of dumbocracy, allowing everybody to vote.
We're already kind of there.
We are there. We're on the path to idiocracy. It's a great movie, documentary now.
County votes have it done by election night.
I mean, I do love Terry Cruz's character in that video.
Oh yes, President Camacho,
yes.
Herbert Elizondo Mountain Dew Camacho.
Yes. We don't need more jobs. We need more money.
Hey man,
Photo ID.
But
I've never seen any plants growing out of a toilet. Okay.
yeah,
Camacho, coming out today. There's some
Yeah.
things
Not much
we can
difference.
do going forward to help Trump keep his fight going.
They use similar colorful language.
Donate just a little bit of money.
Yes,
whatever you
JP,
got,
and
$100
foreign
whatever you can,
investors who
to
own
help
property
Donald
here
Trump
should
in
not
his
be
fight.
eligible to vote.
President Trump needs our support more
Well, you know,
than
some
ever.
countries don't even allow foreigners to own property because they're smart.
Yeah.
Voted for Donald
I think
Trump to
America
be our
should go
next
towards that as
president.
well.
Move to Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, and try to become a citizen in those places. Guess what? It's not possible because they're smart. They value their country and don't want to give it away.
Now, with the day of the election, they're saying there's no evidence, which obviously there's evidence coming. It's obvious to all of us here that this election is in the process of being stolen. We cannot let that happen. We need to fight with Donald Trump and send a message to him with our pocketbooks, with showing us things like this.
All right. Don't trip.
We should never give up. Never, never, never give up on this fight.
That's right!
I believe at the end of the day we are going to be successful and he is going to be our president for 4 more years.
Go Sean Roberts.
Stop the steal, absolutely.
Stop the
Stay
steal!
active, keep believing, keep up your faith, pray, and Donald Trump will be successful. We have a lot more speakers coming. If anyone needs a hat, I'll let them come right up here. I'm going to throw them out here real quick.
Feeding frenzy about to start.
The magic words are free.
Yes. Just imagine if there were Democrats out here hearing that free stuff was being handed out.
People would get trampled.
Yeah.
All right, up next we have Senator. Good job. We've got a Senator, Shane Jett. Can you come up here, Shane?
Not quite yay.
We've got good hopes for Shane.
Well, better than a Democrat at least.
Thank you, Mayor. I think this is a wonderful day in Oklahoma. Do you agree? I am Senator-elect. We will be swearing in on the 16th of this month in this building.
Oh, look, there goes Aircraft Sparky.
2004 to 2010, I served with some great patriots, including Mike Reynolds. I was also the co-author of the sequel to the Make My Day law, what we call the Stand My Ground law. Anyone appreciate that? I was also sworn in as a United States Naval officer while serving in this body as an intelligence officer in the United States Navy under George W. Bush. I served for 11 years, most of the time under the Obama administration. Except I watched Patriot soldiers and warriors have to get sensitivity training to sailors who were looking to hunt down American enemies. We had to face an enemy within. How many of you believe one man or one woman can make a difference? Amen. Thank you. After I left the Oklahoma House of Representatives for a decade, I worked in economic development here in Oklahoma. I started in the United States Navy as an intelligence officer. I also supported Naval Space Command that became under Donald J. Trump Space Force. I want my parade about running for this office to get back and pray and fight for our freedoms that we saw slipping away by people who were registered Republican, but voted like a Democrat, talked like a Democrat, and apologized to teacher unions because they had to register Republican to get elected. That's not this kind of Republican, and that's not the kind of Republican we have in the White House right now. During my campaign, I spoke at City Hall. We had just elected a slate of nonpartisan, 5 Democrats and a token Republican. And guess what was the first item on their agenda? A mask mandate for Shawnee, Oklahoma. I came home to my mama bear, my wife, Anna. Where are you, baby? Over here, the little bear cubs.
Over there.
And she said, how many know that behind every successful man is a powerful and strong woman? Pulled into the driveway, he said, get back in the Suburban, we got to go downtown, we got to stand up for freedom, this is wrong. So get down there, I spoke for 2 minutes, and I urged the City Council, trust the wisdom and the good judgment of the citizens who elect you to also know what is in the best interest of their health and the health of their loved ones. Do not mandate what we put on our face. I was working for the Potawatomi Nation at the time.
Boom!
My boss was a notorious ultra-liberal Democrat.
Well, he's America-hating subversive, as are they all.
And I got a call from HR. When I parked in front of my office, I decided there was no front line anymore. And boy, did they. 23 minutes and 18 seconds, I was berated for being a Republican, for supporting Donald Trump, and I said, Chief, you can't take away people's freedom of speech.
They have sovereignty, they can. Or do you not believe in that?
Yes, sir, I do. I want to bet on the American Constitution. I want to bet on Donald Trump. I want to bet on fellow Republicans and patriots who show up Let me talk real quickly to those of us who are believers in the Lord Jesus Christ. How many Christians do we have in the audience today? Remember this, the fight is not only in Washington, D.C., the fight is in municipalities.
Representative Roberts, got back and see, sir.
Imposing liberal policies on your base, in your home, and policing your businesses. School boards are putting liberal agendas in your classrooms. We no longer have the luxury of believing that nonpartisan races are nonpartisan. If you're a liberal Democrat and you're coming after our kids, we will meet you in the schools, we will meet you in the classroom, we will meet you in the courthouse, and we'll meet you at every election. Well, you know, they've been investigating Donald Trump about if there was any connection to Russia. I think they need to So for those of you that may be discouraged, don't be. We have seen unrest before in the United States in the Vietnam era. We had Soviet agitators breaking windows in buildings, agitating among the races, trying to foment unrest among our people. This isn't new. It isn't over. What is vital is that we win. The difference, listen to me very carefully, the difference between a terrorist and a patriot is a question that is settled by the history books. Terrorists lose and patriots win.
Yeah, he already got in trouble for saying that.
Lesser America than the ones the great generation handed to us. Each generation has to step up to the challenge of reaffirming that freedom isn't free, but is bought or paid for by a price. And we're willing to pay that price to make sure that our children and our grandchildren are not settled by debt, are not wearing masks, are not being repressed, or not being silenced from their constitutional rights. So I'd like to bring you a quote. I'm a Cherokee Indian. One of my favorite chiefs is Chief Cornerstone. Jesus Christ. Said, be not weary in well-doing, for you will reap if you faint not. So remember this, God is on the throne. God was not surprised by the subversion of today. God was not surprised by the virus that came from China. God was not surprised by the colluding and the wickedness in high places. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood alone, but against principalities and powers and rulers of darkness. It's not just the rallies, it's not just the political engagement, but we have to engage our hearts and communicate with the Creator. It said, if my people which are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven and I will heal their land.
If it isn't my new friend, Jose. Good to see you, sir. You are looking very stylish today. I like it.
Psalms 46, 6 through 11.
Looks good, whatever
the
it is.
nations rage, the kingdoms totter. He utters his voice and the earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Selah. That means think about it.
Look who I found, Carol.
The works of the Lord, how he has brought desolation on the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bows and shatters the spears. He burns the chariots with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us, and the God of Jacob is our fortress. Selah. So, Amos 5:24. But let judgment run down as water, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Pray for righteousness in this nation. Back our president. Get involved. Get engaged. One man, one woman can make the difference. God bless you.
I guess technically still better than a Democrat.
You don't like him, do you?
Wow.
Not until he renounces his additional citizenships. Can't trust him.
It's going to be intimidating. Okay, we've got a gal I've known for a couple of years now. She's a naturalized citizen. We're squeezing her in real quick. She wants to talk to us for a few minutes. Her name is Aya Kelly.
And she's awesome. Guthrie, she's from Okinawa.
Good afternoon, fellow patriots.
Woo, Aya.
You could be anywhere else today, but you are here and you are the boots on the ground and you are warriors for America. Give yourself a hand. I'm indebted to this great nation. I was born in Okinawa, Japan, Philippine citizenship, adopted by a 20-year Air Force retired veteran and missionaries, and I am a naturalized citizen of this great country.
only one there should be.
4 years ago, I had a checklist for what I wanted in a president, and guess who has checked off every item on that list? Who is it?
DJT.
He's our president. What is your job? Your job is to print out that sample ballot, look at your candidates, call them up, ask them questions, find out what they stand for, and vote for the right one. There are 4 city council seats, extremely important seats in this city, Oklahoma County. You guys need to be looking at that. You need to find out if those people stand for what you believe in. You need to vote out the Dems, vote out the rhinos, get the people in there, their boots on the ground, that are going to fight for you, your kids, your grandkids, our country. Thank you, God bless you. God bless President Trump.
And no place else.
Guys, we're passing around some clipboards. You know, we've talked about the social media debacle going on and all conservative views being blocked. We're just trying to get those of you who are active, like I am, so that we have another alternative in order to get a hold of people if we need to do something like this, and social media outlets will not let us do that. So if you're comfortable with that, obviously your information will not be shared or sold or any of that nonsense. It's just for our finite group here, and in case we need to get a hold of the Patriots. So if you're interested, there's some clipboards being passed around, and we'd love to have you sign up so we can get a hold of you in case we do another event like this or something. So next up, we've got a representative. I think some people were looking forward to hearing from a few minutes ago. He's a great guy. He's was an Air Force pilot.
Oh, Stiegel.
Interesting story. I met his wife at an event. Just down the street here, and I said, well, were you running? She said, no, my husband is. I said, well, where's your husband? She said, well, he's deployed right now. So, Jay Stiegel, this may have happened before, but it's the first to my knowledge. This guy over here with the beautiful haircut, he won an election being deployed, and that's pretty remarkable. And it says a lot about the people of Oklahoma. He was a primary author on constitutional carry, and was also a primary author on the anti-red flag laws, which were the first of the nation's kind. So let's give him a shout out.
Go Jay!
We stand on the shoulders of giants.
Good to see you.
If you were ever in the military, will you raise your hand? If you ever served in the legislature.
Thank you.
If you ever held public office, raise your hand. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the people that took the oath to defend and support your Constitution. These are the people that stood in the gap for you while tyranny was at the doorstep. It is their job to ensure that your rights are protected at all costs. To support and defend the Constitution.
Unless it'll cost the city some money at an event.
Words. Those are words of action.
Right? Come on, guys.
We are here gathered today as one. We are Oklahomans. We are Americans.
That's right.
We live in the greatest state in the Union. And we live in the greatest country ever to exist on Earth.
Tyree Baker's here. Got some video.
Cool.
And we must
I haven't seen him, but I'll give him a fist bump.
Straight back
we
there
must
by the,
draw a
by
line
the
in the sand. We have to plant
Derek
the flag
fence.
Okay.
and determine when is enough.
Abolish the ATF.
That's right. Consent of the governed is a statement, a phrase that is not used enough. Oklahomans, we did our
Go
job.
look around, see what else I can see.
All right.
We had a valid election here.
Lead the way.
We have an agreement with the other 49 that they're going to have valid elections as well. We're dependent on it. We depend on each other as a union. and it is our job to hold each other accountable. Amen, brother. Listen, if they would have let Chick-fil-A do all the ballot counting, we'd have been done Monday. Consent of the governed. Do we consent to an illegitimate vote held in another state? We shouldn't. We need to know, we need to be patient with the process of work, because it's a real deal. Very often this time. We need to be positive. We need to stay on our knees and pray.
You got the right idea. That's it, and comfy.
I'm so appreciative of everyone who showed up today. It speaks volumes to where we're at as a state. It's not easy to be here today. It takes sacrifice.
That is an impressive flagpole.
On your part to hold your government accountable. I'm going to leave you with this. This country belongs to you.
Little patriot. What's up, fellow American? All right. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a dog's age.
Yeah, I've just been working.
Okay. How's everything else going with you?
It's all right. Yeah, I got a new guitar, so.
Get a banjo. Next. Broaden your horizons. Yeah. You didn't bring a pew-pew today like so many other people?
Just here, just chilling.
Yeah.
Plus the stuff's kind of heavy after a while.
That's true. That's true. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stick around. I've been here for about, a little over an hour. I thought it wasn't supposed to start until 1, so I thought if I show up at 12:30, I'll just get a good spot, but no.
Everybody was already here waiting.
Yeah, so it's off to Cops Gun Shop to buy some bullets after this.
Oh, yeah?
Always have to stock up.
Man, I know. Just, you got to find out where I can get some.
I know. It's hard to find them, so I've got my sources that'll call me when what I want's in stock.
I gotta scavenge on the black market.
Go on the dark web looking for bullets.
Yeah.
I'll buy 3 rounds of 5.56. $113.
Might as well be at this point.
I know.
So, they're saying Trump or Biden?
Well, yeah, that's the mainstream media projection. I saw that, but we'll see what happens. And hey, look who's here. Look who else is here.
Prefer like that, it could only be LP.
LP.
All right. They're definitely going out to red meat today. Yes. Red meat for the masses.
Get that protein.
You know it.
Oh, it's old Kevin McDougal.
Yeah. It's time to go walk parking lot and show how many cars.
He was old Representative McDougal. He put on a great show earlier this year when they were having the what do you call it when someone contests your eligibility to run for office, and they're like, well, he doesn't actually live in the district. He lives out of the district in his apartment with his mistress.
Yikes.
And so there was all kinds of wonderful things said back and forth on that one. Okay, he doesn't know much about computer science, but okay.
You know, I don't understand, but I support.
Yeah.
Hear that? The minion software.
Speaking of rifles, I need to find another AR-15 before it's too late.
Yeah. I've got my matching set.
Oh yeah?
I've got a gas impingement one, and I've got a piston-driven one.
That's beautiful. I was thinking about getting an AK, but I think I'm just get an AR because everyone else has one.
Yeah.
Parts are interchangeable.
Well, that, it's either way, it's good for availability of ammo.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be good with my 6.5 Creedmoor precision rifle for about a week. And then where am I going to find bullets? Oh, you know me. I'm living the dream. Pleasure to see you.
Good to see you. Like say hi.
Appreciate it.
To make sure every vote is counted correctly, then the Supreme Court needs to throw out their electoral college votes. With this American flag, most of the country sees a red, white, and blue in the stars. I see the men and women who laid down their life with the blood.
That's...
Once freedom is gone here, there's nowhere else to go.
I'll keep that in mind when I'm in Singapore. And they wonder why the Republican Party has trouble attracting new people.
He's wrong, but in a way he's not wrong.
Well, I'm not saying he's not being inclusive, but at the same time, he's definitely scaring people away.
Yeah. Or a cheap Wrangler, I feel kind of out of place.
Yeah, I don't need to tell people I rolled up in a Prius, right?
Right.
Well, the money I save on gas, I use for ammo.
Yeah. Hey, I guess that's more American.
That's it.
service.
How many other veterans are out there today? Put your hand in the air.
Clap, 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 clap. I'm gonna stretch my legs. See you around, fellow Americans.
This place that we are at today. This is a God-blessed nation. That's what they want. But today, look where we are. Some of the other nations, you know what? We don't live in a God-shaped nation. We live in a nation that is you know, this nation is built upon biblical principles and laws to abide. And today, we have a Democrat Party that has rolled out the communists, terrorists, and they're taking God completely out of everything and good.
Oh, you snagged me.
Dr. Benjamin Franklin was walking out of Independence Hall. A lady went up to him. She says, Dr. Franklin, what have you done for us? And he simply looked at her and he said, we have given you a republic if you can keep it. Patriots, we are losing our republic. Yes. I said our republic, a constitutional republic. Our founders hated the idea of a democracy. We live in a constitutional republic and it's under full-blown attack. And troops, it's time to circle the wagons and fight back. And Donald J. Trump is leading that charge. And let me tell you something today, not to take anything away from the president, but they're not only attacking the president, they are attacking you. We gotta stand and fight because they're trying to steal our election. That's right. What's that old saying? Once you pull my gun from my cold dead hands, maybe then. You know, I'm a United States Marine. And I took that's right, wrong. And I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And today, that's right. That's right. And today, we are fighting a foreign and a domestic enemy on our soil. But I have full faith and confidence in all of you patriots that we're going to get it done. We're not going down without a fight. And I tell you, the whole world today, we are here to fight. So all you veterans, you get it. All you citizen patriots, you get it. You know, we have a constant reminder around us all the time. Our United States flag, oh glory. She's with us all the time, and we take that constitutional oath seriously, and we take this flag seriously. That flag represents the blood, the sacrifice, and the tears of generations of patriots that have given it all to protect that flag. We must remember that. I would also encourage you to think about the Pledge of Allegiance. We said it a while ago. Did you know that there's 31 words in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 31 simple words. And you know what? I said that in school growing up. I said it in the United States Marine Corps, and never did I fully understand what those 31 words stood for or meant when I was doing it. It wasn't until I served in wars in Iraq and Afghanistan that I finally figured out after I saw men and women sacrificing so much on the battlefield for people that they didn't even know. So when I come back to the United States, when I heard those 31 words, I stood taller and prouder. My chest stuck out, and I said, God bless America. So as I stand in front of you today, I encourage you to continue to stand for our republic. Stand for our president. Stand for the flag. Stand for Old Glory and those 31 words that we repetitively say. Stand for the blood, the sweat, the tears, and the sacrifice of our forefathers. Stand today for freedom! And I don't think I have to tell any of you, this is more of a spiritual battle than anything. So we need to pray like we've never prayed before. And we need to allow God to work His divine will to save this nation. But we can't just sit back and hope that it happens. We must pray and have faith. And as James says in the Bible, faith without action is dead. We need to
How you doing?
and ask God what you want us to
Living
do,
the dream.
and get out,
Living the dream.
Step out and get in there and get in the fight for this nation. Did you know Ecclesiastes 3 tells us that there's an appointed time for everything? There's a time for everything under heaven. A time for war and a time for peace. I'm not sure if you're familiar with who Reverend John Peter Muhlenberg was, but in the 1770s he pastored 2 churches in Virginia. He was also a member of the Virginia legislature. And in January of 1776, when he was in legislative session and war with Great Britain was looming on the horizon, Boston had been blockaded by the British, Charlestown burned, Lexington and Concord attacked, and the Battle of Bunker Hill had been fought. He returned home to his churches, and on January the 21st, 1776, he stood in his pulpit and he delivered a sermon that could be preached to our generation today. He concluded his sermon with these words.
Ooh, look at that press pass, big time.
There was a time for all things. A time to preach and a time to pray. But those times have passed away. Then in a loud voice, he pointed to Ecclesiastes verse 8 and he yelled, there's a time to fight and that time has come now.
Yeah!
When he got done with that sermon, instead of going back to his office and taking off his robe back in his vestry, he unrobed right there in front of his entire congregation. And underneath that robe, he was wearing a military uniform. It was an American uniform.
And Davis out of his suit.
And he held him up high in the sky. And he told his entire congregation, he says, if I don't go fight for you today and fight for your liberties, there may not be any liberties for them to take away tomorrow. That's right. Patriots, it's time.
Cowboy Mark over there.
Fight for our republic. We need to stand and fight for our President Donald Trump. We are the patriots and the prayer warriors. We are the cavalry. Woo, and we need to go. Our president.
First down!
I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to stand up and fight against the stripping away of our God-given and constitutional rights?
Constitutional part.
Are you willing to put freedom back on the offensive where it belongs? Then dig in, stand up, step up, stand on the wall, and fight for liberty because our lives depend on it. USA! 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 Stand and fight for liberty, troops. Stand and fight.
All right, guys. You guys are legislators and stuff. Remember, we've got clipboards going around. Please put your information out there so we get a hold of you if the fight comes to it. Anyway, can we get our folks up here, our legislators and speakers? And God bless you guys. Thank you so much. I know this was short notice. You guys are patriots. Thank you for coming out. I wish we had more time to get organized, but this is we have 2 days. So thank you again for coming out. Anybody you want to get time up top for these legislators and share in a few minutes, we'll be ready to probably talk to you. So thanks again. God bless. Thank you for coming.
Hey, before you leave, they wanted us to lead a chant that Oklahoma loves Trump. Are you ready? Yeah! We'll say Oklahoma, you say loves Trump. How's that? Yeah! Oklahoma
loves Trump!
Oklahoma
loves Trump!
Oklahoma
loves Trump! loves Trump! loves Trump! loves Trump!
Guys, I've got a military ID in my possession of a Jeffrey D. Bishop. It was found in the parking lot. Jeffrey, please come and get your military ID. It'll be up here on the podium. Thank you. God bless you, guys. Oh, Tea Party, email us. Drive 45 guys, I think we want to put together a little drive. So if you're interested in that right now, I'm going to turn it over.
Where's all my Drive for 45 Patriots at? We're going to do a little impromptu drive this afternoon. Who wants to join us? This is where it starts. This is how we take our stand. We take it to the streets and let people know that we're not going to lay down, we're not going to give up. If you were here... Can we do the Dominion software deal? I was on Dominion software.
We're going to roll over here, check out some of the trucks that have set up tables for selling merchandise, and see what they have. Hey, back at you.
I got a floppy hand. All this talk about Democrats made me retarded. I got Dame Bremis. Trump will save me. I'm gonna stop now.